time for the GAMERNR Sportsman Series last stop at a new track and its last stop at a road course. This is the Old Spice 225 at the Old Spice Speedway. With just 4 races remaining, the driver is about to witness the twists and turns of this mile-and-a-half circuit for the first time, learning how to drive the track at race condition on the fly. Some highlights include a trip across a bridge which doubles as a long front straightaway before the 90-degree turn 1, and 2 hairpin corners where cars will be very heavy on the brakes. 2 drivers who fell down the standings after last race, Hector Garcia and Roger Ray, started the front row here today, and it was a 45.872 second lap time that scored Garcia the pole, with Ray just 8 thousandths of a second behind. These are 2 drivers whose championship hopes depend on a great run, and starting at the head of the field provides them with great security. Their rival in points, however, 27th. Title favorite Zach Ardolo will have to charge through the field in order to cut his losses and keep those behind him from closing in points. The storylines today will surely be fun to watch as the drivers exit the final corner. Green flag is out, we're racing in Old Spice. One defining point about Old Spice are these crazy restarts. These are the points in time where you gain these spots, and it looks like Ray is going to get by the 31 of Hector Garcia, but Garcia is going to try and challenge to the outside. He goes wide. The 42 follows him, and here comes the 5 for second. Garcia's not done. Right back to the bumper of the 49 car, Roger Ray. He's there in a spot to strike. He's just got to get under him, and the 49 goes wide that corner. Here comes Garcia again. Gets tied up the corner side by side to lead lap number 1. It was Ray that time, but Garcia will have the preferred lane going into the first corner on the second lap. Contact between the 2 leaders. Now Ray has the inside, sending the 31 wide, but it switches up again in turn 3 through this high banked U-turn. They stay side by side for now. Ray inching ahead. Now Garcia seems to have the upper hand, but he's on the high side now. Looks like Ray will hold off the lead. And hitting that corner in the 31, not in the picture quite, but he's still making a charge on the inside on that final corner. Sustride to third. He retains third, rather, over Aiden Martin, who tried to take it. Here's another point of contact for the lead again. These 2 still refusing to give it up. Garcia with the low lane here. And now he powers by Ray, but Ray shoots down. Still beside the 31. I think I heard some scraping back there, but we'll see if those yellow lights turn on. This battle for the lead is a bit too good to get away from. Contact again, bringing Sustrai into this battle. And that battle might be for second. No caution out. Garcia's now running away. Sustrai to third. But still not giving up on Roger Ray. He goes wide that time, and Ray goes by. But Sustrai is able to close to the back bumper of Ray to that set of corners. Ray up high. That's something he's been having trouble with the past few laps. That's the area that Garcia was able to strike, and now Sustrai might be wanting to do the same here. But he doesn't. He's going to have to wait for a later point for that opportunity to open up once again. Looks like the 62 of Benedict Murr IV has gotten into the 5th position, but looking to go higher. Looks like he will get past the 5 with ease. But not anymore. Martin tried to mount a comeback when he got the inside line again, but I don't know. Looks like the 62, even on the outside here, might have that spot. Yes, he does. Clear of the 5. It's the 62 of Benedict Murdo now. The 02 is trying to pass the 5 as well as the 48. Looks like this battle over here has spaced out a second and a half almost between Garcia and Ray. So that's going to be a big gap that Ray is going to have to close. But Pelagia now to P6. Jefferson fighting the 5. That would be for P7. But Jefferson has to go in behind the 5 here. So for now, he is in 7th. Doge Borkington trying to look for 7th here himself. Currently 8th. Landon Thomas 9th. And Nathan Stapleton in 10th. Alright, but we got to go back here. Where's DeLillo? He's passing Kiani with ease here, but goes wide through the corner, letting him close back. The switch back from Kiani there. Oh, contact up here. Stapleton and the 10 of Landon Thomas. That's another couple of spots for DeLillo to gain. So where in the leaderboard will he be actually? It looks like he was 21st the last time we crossed the line, but he was behind Kiani, and he just passed 2 more cars with that contact up ahead. Oh, and now another one. It's Colin Teague and the 04 of Pre McShane. So some contact, but not enough to bring out the yellow flag. We still are green. 3 wide heading into turn number 1. Will this stick? They kept it through the corner. And now they're going to go 3 wide again, but with a different set of drivers. A 21 joining the fray. And that time around, DeLillo 16th. Oh, for the lead. Ray's back. Didn't expect him to close it that quickly. You'd think at a track like this it'd have to be slow and methodical, but he got right back up there to the 31, no problem. But goes wide that corner. Garcia trying to open it up again with that mistake maybe from Roger Ray. He's still trying to use the outside of the racetrack to the best of his ability. Kind of got stuck there by messing up that corner. So the attempted pass from Ray on Garcia might just backfire as Sustry goes through to 2nd now. And a win for him would be incredible for his championship hopes as he tries to cut down from the lead as Garcia and Ray go back to 5th and 6th. He pole vaulted up to 2nd. And now with the win here today, 2nd place is good, but a win would have him close up on DeLillo even more. We've got to see where he's running again, because he still can make up a few more spots and jump into the top 15. And this is a great opportunity for the guys up front right now. DeLillo, they really needed a day where DeLillo did not run good. He qualified in the back, but he's been a man on a mission so far right now. Up, I want to say at least 12 spots from where he qualified. He's going to dive under Victor Nunez now. This will be for the 14th position, I believe. And now for the lead again. Sustry on Garcia this time. Now Sustry through that bank corner. He was on the outside, but he would be on the inside heading into here. 3-way battle. Ray is right to the back of the 2 leaders. Went to 3rd, but I don't think he's going to accept that. He's going to shove Garcia on the outside, try and get a leg ahead of the 42, but Sustrai dives it down in there. You'll have the dominant line going into this corner. Garcia's going to try and send it in deep and get the run off. Oh, not quite side by side, but he'll regain the run down the straightaway. Garcia retains his lead. Now can Ray do the same thing that Sustrai did to him, capitalize on the guy in second trying to go for the lead. No, Sustrai's going to try the inside. In turn one, once again. Oh, we could be 3 wide here. Oh, that puts Ray very wide. And Benedict Murder the Fourth is here. These two still side by side, and it's interesting about this track that these battles can last so long with no one really getting an edge over each other. You think someone has the spot, but the guy on the other lane just ends up coming right back. Here's another 3-wide move possible. Ray really wants to join onto this battle, trying to overtake both of them, but it's not working out. It's causing him to falter, as now he's under 5 from the 62 of Benedict Murder the Fourth. We'll have the inside heading into turn number 2. And Roger Ray, the last thing he wants to do is lose spots. DeLello did indeed pass Nunez up to 14th place. So as it stands, I think DeLello might still have the points lead after today. But Nunez being in front definitely does not help that. Garcia looking, peeking. He's not close enough to make a run quite yet. He'll have to try and close in through this lap. Man, he goes wide there. So does the 49. That's not what these drivers out back wanted to do. That's what the 42 wanted to see in his mirror. DeLello got by Nunez, but is not past Hunter quite yet. He's one of the guys in the top 10 in the championship. But, I mean, in DeLello's defense, Hunter does have a big gap. So he's going to have to try and do some work closing in. But right behind Nunez is Hunter's teammate. His teammate, Kirsten Martinez. She herself is making a trek through the field. Just one spot behind DeLello, and any chance she gets to try and put DeLello behind, she will. We are halfway through this event. Oh, caution's out for the first time today. And this is going to shake things up. Can't quite tell what the cause was. But regardless, that is the first caution of this race. And this is an unknown. I believe they might make a pit stop, but we'll have to wait and see. 30 laps at this racetrack. It's not the longest road course on the schedule. In fact, it might just be the shortest. So we'll see if these guys are able to make it to the end on fuel and this current set of tires. But while we wait, we can review who's in the top 10 right now instead of going to the line. And we will have... No, it might just be Garcia heading down pit road himself. Do we have any other takers? I don't believe we do. Could this be an issue? Oh man, you hate to see this. There must have been a stack up. Yeah, so the guys with damage in that stack up and Hector Garcia, I guess, are coming down pit road. So we gotta find Garcia here if he's even still in the race. I mean, okay, he is receiving service. He'll be taking tires. So that issue that he had, I'm not quite sure if it will take him out of the race. But considering they're taking tires, I do not believe it is terminal damage. He heads out pit road. He'll continue back, but he loses the track position. So here's the sequence of incidences earlier in the race, lap 7, that caused DeLullo to gain some spots. The 67 of Stapleton right into the back of the 10. They both spin around into the grass, but no damage on their part. Now, the 99 and 04 are about to get into it, as they race side by side through this technical but fast set of corners. I believe it is right here that McShane dives it down. He doesn't make the corner and takes out Teague in the process. Teague, rear end damage, that continues on and pretty much merges. He's farther back, but at the same speed as everyone else. Same with McShane, who was actually a part of the first caution here. Two Toyotas, DJ Reed and Anthony McClure, in a tight battle back here at the rear of the field. McClure pulls out the switchback, but Reed goes wide into the grass and into the wall. Then clips the 84 Goforth, but they both keep on going. The 69 of Reed, pretty much the only one to go around. And then something you never want to see in a race happened here. Checking up a bit more than usual here through turn 1, and that is a blind corner. The area that they're checking up in, these guys coming in, none of them can see, and they're all getting front damage. On Jack piles in hard. There's McShane, that's Goforth, that's Vargas, Wells, Freeman Jr. I mean, they are all going to be very far off the pace. Might be able to continue, but they'll have those hoods removed. And no, it's big shame. There's championship contender Lotus Burrito, defending winner at Pensacola. Not a very good day before this, and in the back, and this is what happened. That damage might be feasible at a place like this, but and especially with those guys pitting, but we'll have to see how this affects her day. Already in the back, and DeLullo so far ahead. It'll be a question mark to see whether or not she can chase him down in the upcoming races. Alright, so with the pace car in, Ray is going to have to do everything he can on this restart to get past the 42 of Kyla Shastrai. We'll see who will take home the win. If Murda the 4th can get past, Ray already put in the bumper to the back of the 42. Green flag back out, and into the wall goes Aiden Smith in the back. And that is enough to bring out the caution flag once more. We'll be resetting them once again. And if Ray doesn't look like he had that good of a restart, but no worries, he'll have another shot at him. Battle between these two, Jefferson and the 1 of Doge Borkington. Jefferson's going to get the spot back up front. Who leads them back to the caution flag? It will be the 42 of Kyla Shastrai, but Ray gives it his best shot. The 45 maybe a little bit slow. No, he's not. Some more front damage from the 28, I believe. And that is bad news for her. Yes, that is, I don't know, that might be the same amount of damage that Burrito got. But hopefully, no, they're going to stack up again. That's going to give more damage to Aiden Smith. Not as severe as the first one, luckily. But Smith, who was in the wall on the front straightaway, caused the caution. Gets more damage there, but let's see what happened in the back on the restart to bring out the second caution of the day. Alright, right as they take the green flag, it's starting right now with the 15 going to the inside of the 89. Just clips the quarter panel of Aiden Smith and sends him careening into the wall right by the flag stand. And officials saw this car sitting there on the inside on a racetrack that just went green. That's enough to pull out the yellow flag once again, right after flagman put the green away. But a fairly simple single car spin to bring out the second caution. We're going to head back green once again. And for this restart, things shaking up a little bit, not too much. Well, no, actually. Jefferson's out here in the back. So maybe Borkington and him had to go down pit road after that. And their damage. But pace car in. Sustry still leads. But Ray's going to have another shot. Will we see the bumper once again? In the final two corners heading to the line. We're about to see. Yes, we are. But Ray can just never get to the inside there. He's peaking. Through turn one. Not quite. And the 42 so far inside kind of went outside right there. But Ray's not close enough to close in. And even then, through the high side. And that is definitely his weak spot. He keeps going wide in one of the highest bank corners on the circuit. Not something you want to do. But Ray has the speed to try and contend still. He'll just have to do it on the racetrack with these cars spread out. And don't look now, but DeLello to 9th. Held partially by the stack-ups. All the guys coming in front of him. And everyone with damage, but he has worked his way up through the field. But his biggest worry, Sustry, second in points, pulling away with the lead. And Sustry needs 150 points to take over the lead in the championship from the 29 of Zachary DeLello. And where DeLello's running, I'm not even quite sure that a win would remedy that. I thought that was the pace car for a second. It's just Kiani pulling out of pit road. But back to the leaders. Ray is closing in just a little bit that lap. At the finish line, he was 0.6 back compared to his 0.5 the lap before. But now, after the front straightaway, he's been trying to close it in again and didn't go outside through that banked corner. In fact, the 42 went higher. Kind of hard to see with that camera angle, but I think he had the better line through that one as well, the final corner. Contact between the lapper and Benedict Murder IV. Probably, I think that's his best finish that he'd be working on right now. Third place, if he can keep it. But he goes wide there. Ray's Achilles heel coming up. He goes fine, just follows the 42 there. This race has become cat and mouse. Roger Ray trying everything he can to close in on Sustrai. He was right to the back bumper last time we crossed to the finish line, but it has expanded another 2/10. Into the wall goes Evan Hunter. Back up the racetrack, he saves it. Close call. That's the kind of contact that we saw bring out the caution with Aiden Smith. That'd be a game changer if that were to happen again. So Ray has fixed his mistake right there, but I think what he needs to do is go even lower than the 42, which requires him to hold the inside a whole lot more than what he's already doing. This is another point where he can gain a whole lot by being just a little bit lower if Sustrai makes a mistake. But the thing is, Sustrai is near perfect, and Ray might have just used his stuff up trying to chase him down. That's another couple of tenths. It's very interesting to watch the points where cars gain, where cars falter at these road courses, especially at a place like this where it's between two drivers at the closing stages for the win. Two drivers with a whole lot to gain in the point standings. Carlos Sustrai, the points lead, possibly. But Roger Ray, he just wants to get back into the battle, back into the conversation. He's using everything he's got, going wide off the final corner, but closed in 600ths. Little by little, he's getting back up there. But right now, the 29 and the 15 seem to be battling back there. We don't want to take our eyes off the battle for the lead, but in the mid-pack, there might be drama going on with possibly DeLello losing a spot to the 15. Now, that's not quite bad. Maybe, it's just one spot. Maybe, I don't know. I think Skylar Taylor might have been ahead even, so that battle might have been for DeLello gaining a spot on Skylar Taylor. But Ray really lost a lot that time around. Clock is ticking. Time is running out. 2 laps remain here in Old Spice. And Ray is hoping for a major blunder on the 42's end. That is not happening so far. Through the final set of corners, white flag is out. One more lap to go at Old Spice. Looking back, DeLello just passed another car. He's up to 6th. And this win for Carlos Sustrai does everything for him with the momentum in the season, but with DeLello making his way through this pack from back in the low 20s up to 6 in the running order. It'll mean that Sustrai will make small gains in the championship, but right now, that's all he can ask for, leading this race and closing it out once again for the 3rd time this season in Old Spice. Pelagia got 3rd away from Benedict Murdo IV. And Benedict Murdo IV back to 4th. And Aiden Martin 5th. DeLello closes the day out 6th. What a drive for DeLello himself. But it's fun to watch if you're a DeLello fan. But if you're a fan of the other 32, very worrying as the season comes to a close. That car he passed at the end, that was Lane Thomas in the 45. And I can confirm he got past the 15 there. Didn't get passed by the 15. Lynn Bell with a great day making contact about to bump the 15 on pit road, but a great day for that 17 team. That is what they needed. Lynn Bell's strong suit, definitely the road courses. And she ends up with a top 10 finish. Kirsten Martinez has all but exited the points battle. Finished 11th. That's a solid result, but probably not good enough. The 18 of Victor Nunez, 12th. Orman, 13th, solid for him. 14th is the 25 of Steven Colon. And for the first time in a while, the best driver in JJ Motorsports, not JJ himself, as he is back in 18th. But Landon Thomas, solid 15th. Ricky Freeman Jr., 16th. A lot of these guys have damage back here, but they were able to close out some not horrible finishes. Evan Hunter got spun towards the outside wall, had to sacrifice a good finish, ended up finishing 17th. And Jefferson 18th. We're going to have to look at what happened to him at the very end here. But just closing this out. The 63 of Lotus Espirito in 19th. Definitely not what she needed coming off of the win at Pensacola. She needed to continue in the right direction, but she fell off in this race. 19th. And DJ Reed 20th after that wreck. So here's the rest. Keone a lap down. The 53 of Lexi Herman, I guess, ran out of fuel. Had a fuel issue that caused it to deplete. But Aiden Smith out. He had that accident and then rammed into the back of the 48 during that caution there with the stack up the blind corner. Ended up retiring as well. And the 67, 36, 04, 71, 03, they all had major damage from the traffic jam in the first caution. So that'll be it from Old Spice. The 42 of Carlos Sastry. I believe I said for the third time this season, that is counted the All-Star race. It's hard to forget that All-Star race. And I accidentally counted as a point race. It is not. That is Carlos Sastry's second win of the point season. He won at New Smyrna race 9 and the All-Star race, but that does not count for points. That was just for show. So we'll have to see how much he gains in the standings, as it is a maximum 45. So the gap was 105 last race, or heading out of last race, and now coming out of today, 105. 150 last race, 105 this race. So closing in little by little. We still have a couple of tracks where it can all go wrong for the 2019, but it seemed like it would have gone wrong today, qualifying out back. But DeLello went on a drive, and he went on the drive of his life, up to the front, to the top 10. And that is enough to retain the points lead by a lot. Thompson is next. That was a very chaotic race last season, looking through the field both, and for the win you saw Marcos Yepes and Evan Hunter battling it out for the edge in points, and you had the 84 of Cody Goforth and Mathis Wells battling it out for the race win. Both those guys have a lot to be desired this season, making it so going into that race it might be a whole lot more unknowns than we saw last time. But DeLello, he does not falter at short tracks. We saw that at Iowa, but Thompson has the tendency to become pretty chaotic. Perhaps similarly to New Smyrna. But it is not as banked, but that does not mean that the action is any less. Then we head to Auto Club, the site of DeLello's first win, and then Michigan, the same track type, but a whole lot less grip heading out of turn 2 specifically, where they can hit the wall, and that can ruin some days. But 3 races remain in the Sportsman Series season. Will it be DeLello with a runaway in points, or can anyone else from behind try and catch up with these strong results? Or will DeLello just match them and retain his commanding lead that he's had ever since the half began? But for now, thank you for watching the GAMERNR Sportsman Series. We'll see you next time.